Your monthly forecast for February 2012. Aries, we started with a huge shift this month, and that is a Neptune shift. It has been there in Aquarius for the past 13 years, which also has been called as the age of Aquarius, and now it moves into your 12th house, which is sort of a double whammy for you because the 12th house is also ruled by Pisces. And Neptune this year onwards is moving to Pisces for the next 13 long years. Now, while it was there in Aquarius for the last 13 years, we saw a huge growth of everything to do with the internet space, communication, computers, the telecom industry, radio. So it just grew phenomenally. And this year for you, starting this year for you, because the energy is going to be there till about 2025, and it's a very long time. And the 12th house is ruled by the subconscious mind. It's ruled by secrets, it's ruled by intuition, it's ruled by dreams. It's also ruled by end of a long-term confinement. So it could be about a long-term stay in a hospital. It could also be a jail term. It has also to do a lot with behind-the-scene things. So there is going to be a lot of not movement, but there is going to be a lot of change. You are going to be seeing a lot of change happening in your 12th house, as with in relevance with the Neptunian energy. How that really affects you, Arian, is that the 12th house specifically rules intuitions and dreams. I would suggest to keep a little diary right next to your head, because you're going to be sometime you may feel a sense of a deja vu. So I think it'll be a good idea. Do that. It'll be fun. Keep a book right next to you and jot down the dreams. The second shift that has happened is the Mars retrograde, and Mars, being your ruling planet, is somewhat being acting as a dampener, really, and it is being sent on a detention. And we know how a child behaves when he's sent on a detention. So Mars is on a retrograde, and he went on a retrograde on January 13th, and he carries on being there till about 13th of April. So if you have been, most of the Arians, if you have been really been zipping about and getting your work done, and you've been running around, and all of a sudden something has just come and put brakes onto it, and it's not a very, especially for an Arian, it's not a very pleasant feeling, because you just don't like to be stopped. And so it's a great time, really. Don't get too frustrated. I know easier said than done to an Arian, but use this time. Retrogrades are brilliant times to retweak, revise, refine, just look at our strategies again. What is it that we're doing? Our dreams, our desires, our goals. Is this how we should be doing it? Is this how it should be done? And again, since it has to do with your 6th house, where the retrograde is, you should be, it's a great time if you've been wanting to start a health regime and you've not been able to do that. It's a good time. So start a new diet if you've been thinking about it. It'll do wonders. Also, another thing that happens for you is that Venus joins with Neptune around the 13th in your 12th house, and that's it's a nice time, but it's also asking you to take a bit easy. And for those of you who are waiting with bated breath for Valentine, I really think it's a highly marketed event, with all the florists and the chocolaters making lots of money. But nonetheless, for those of you who are waiting for Valentine, it'll be a good day for you. You will be able to spend good time with your sweetheart or with your potential partner, and if you're already attached, it'll be a nice day for you. So Aries, a good February. Hang on till April 13th. That's the time that the retrograde is there till on. Till that time, just look at your plans again and have a great February. I'll see you again next month in March. Thank you so much for watching.